Hello, lovely YouTube peoples. We are back with a pick-a-pile. Dear Lord, she vexes me. I am vexed. Okay, me and Squirmits literally just took a road trip in the car just to go and drive for a piece so that we could have the girl bonding time. Went out, we got ourselves some McD's. She had a handful of French fries. And she has the audacity right now to, as soon as I start this video, start with the boof. The boof. By the way, when she already went out earlier today, should I tell this story on YouTube on a public platform? Fuck it, we're going for it. So already this morning, I let her out the potty. It's first thing in the morning, so I'm still kind of barely getting myself together. I got as far as putting on a shirt, still in my undies with the shirt. And I look out and see Squaremint literally in the road, eating some random bullshit in the road. I come storming out the front door of my house looking disheveled as fuck, no pants, right next to a church. The holy place, the holy folks. And I'm out there almost with the chonkalas, right? Where I'm like, get your ass in this house. What you doing out there in the middle of the road eating some bullshit? And I was like, it's full on domestic this morning. It's a full on domestic scene this morning at my household. And now she's over here boofing at the door acting all like, I'm getting no attention. We ain't gone nowhere. We ain't done nothing. I need stimulation. Girl, you been stimulated. Caffeine's about to stimulate me. Uh-oh. Okay, let's just go ahead and do this. It's ridiculous, right? Right. I don't want this to end up being every intro is crazy like this, but it is what it is. So we have pile 1, pile 2. Why do I try to do the YouTube things? What? Ugh! I'm not wearing pants now. This is a dress. Please quit scratching my thighs. I've not put on pants. All day I've been without pants. But it is a dress. So, okay. Come on. Why don't you go outside and run off? I don't even care anymore. Do things. Start some things. Oh my God. By the way, I rescind that comment about wanting her to run off and that I don't care. She better not go anywhere. She better not get hurt. Jesus Christ. We've made reparations to that fence. It's okay. So I'll just let it go. I know she's not boofing to come back in. Should I even keep this video? Should I even keep this video? Oh my God! Probably gonna leave this video just because I know that apparently y'all think it's funny when I'm stressed. I don't appreciate that about none of y'all. Just so you know, I'm gonna talk over all the barking. No, I'm not either. I can't do Tara when she's doing this. Oh my God. Okay, I'm putting her inside. That's what I mean. She ain't gotta go. She had no business. This dog had zero business to be had in the out of doors. But you show as hell fixing to be released right back into the wild. Maybe they can sponsor you on the next Blue Buffalo commercial. Out in the wilderness. Wilderness dog food. Look, a fat squaremint, a sausage ass squaremint out there trying to live her best life in the wilderness. It's gonna be you. Let's have a goose fraba moment. Oh man, I'm already looking like I came from the wilderness. I don't even care. Oh my God, I don't even care. I do. going to have to be. Oh my God. I'm going to put timestamps in the description so that none of y'all have to like sit through this ratchetness, whatever. Okay, let's just do whatever this does, it does. I don't even care at this point. We got pile 1. We got pile 2. We got pile 3. Pile 1, I'm pretty sure this is just regular clear quartz. Then we have amethyst on pile 2 and rose quartz on pile 3. So, I hope that y'all who have come here have already made your selections. I have zero clue what these piles are going to say. Let's hope it's not some heavy stuff. I was hoping to make like a happy little video for us today. So, let's just go ahead, get some vagina crystals placed. Connection to God is restored, and baby, I am feeling it. Let's go. We're going to start with pile 1. Put them over here. Pile 1. Let me unzip my bag. Add this to my above board happenings there. Above board. Okay, and we're taking off this because I get tired of seeing it. I know y'all don't care. I get tired of seeing it. Okay, I do. Let's see. All right, we're starting out the middle of our spread, pile 1 people. Pile 1 people, middle of our spread. We have the 10 of Wands. Let's see how we can do this with the Hierophant card of Taurus underneath that. Then the second tier, we have 10 of Swords in the reverse. Honestly, I don't mind it. I don't mind seeing it in the reverse. Oh. And then the 10 of Wands in reverse. Y'all got the 10 of Wands upright and in reverse. So we're gonna get curious about this. Okay. The Knight of Pentacles, which can be an earth sign energy. That's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. As well as the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Over here. And then for our 2 romance angels, which, as a reminder, can be taken either romantically or platonically. Make it fit your situation, okay? If you're not here for some romance, make it be without the bump and uglies, and that's fine. Okay, first one is religious factors. Says your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. And then the second one is past life relationship. This comes up all the time. I'm always peeping Fabio. Damn, you have known each other before. All right, pile 1, folks, let's talk about it. So, where I want to start, obviously, the main central part of your reading here, we've got our 10 of Wands in the Hierophant. So, it feels like central to all of this, to the entire rest of the reading, the main theme here is that we have got some burden, some overwhelm going on, pile 1. What are y'all dealing with that y'all have been hustling? Y'all been hustling something, y'all been pushing something. With it being right over the Hierophant, it's either that you are feeling like you're button up to a Taurus. Totally could be that, but it doesn't have to be that. If it's not a Taurus person, then it can be somebody, if you're talking about an individual, it can be an individual who's very strict to the rules. We already have religious factors that's sitting right next to it. The Hierophant is the Pope. So you've got 2 glaringly religious type cards here, but it doesn't have to be like religion specific. It doesn't have to be like you've got an uber Christian mother that won't get off your dick. Like, it doesn't have to be that. It could be also some kind of, let's say, a dogma. By dogma, I mean some kind of rules that to outsiders might seem a little bit arbitrary and superfluous. Oh, mouthfuls. I'm just saying, some bullshittery. Sometimes it feels like bullshit rules. Like, you know, why do I got to kneel to do that? Why do I got to like submit an M300 for this? You know what I mean? These TS reports or whatever. It's these rules, regulations, stipulations. That's kind of like just those that fine print that's aggravating as hell. You know what I mean? So you could be dealing with somebody who's either putting in these kinds of little nitpicky blocks where you're just like, you know, whether it's a person or an institution, right? So for example, in a home buying process, you've got to submit like 500 pieces of paperwork and you're just like, damn, I mean, do you want my foreskin too? You know, like, if you were, obviously male at birth and you got circumcised. Like, do you need, like, baby's first tooth to fucking let me buy this house? Or, like, a lock of my first haircut to finance this car, all these kinds of things like this, where it's just like, it's getting damn ridiculous, right? It's these little things that keep building up and making it a bit of a burden or a headache. So that's kind of what I'm feeling more so with this middle column, whether it's an individual that's, high and mighty and wanting to be judgy and wanting to make you jump through hoops, or if it's not an individual, like I said, it can be an organizational thing. Either way, it's something that I feel like is a bit of a pain in the ass. Two other indications that it is a pain in the ass is because we have tier 2. Tier 2. 3 10s, I want to say also. This is the middle, okay, right? This is what it looks like on the spread down here at the table. This one's in the middle, and these two are flanking it in the second tier. You have a 10, 10, 10. 3 fucking 10s. Huge deal in numerology, because 10s are the number of completion. That's the end of the fucking road. You went all the way to the end. You have completed something. Something here is coming to a close. It is coming to a completion. You're not going to have to deal with whatever this annoyance or issue is that's kind of burdening you. It's a very temporary thing, because it's kind of like the whole "it's always darkest before the dawn" kind of cliche, where it's like it gets ugly before it gets better. And so this is kind of like that one last hurrah before it just breaks open and you're like, oh, thank God, now I have relief now. Because for both of these 10s to be in reverse, coming off the one that's upright, this is the worse than reverse. This is better. So this is the harder way to find this card. So for these to end up being in the reverse right after, it's like off the back of hardship, you're coming into energies that are much easier, okay? It's not like it's going to be a cakewalk here, but this is, I'm getting over something that was like mentally very stressful, mentally very taxing. Could even be something that hurt, felt like betrayal, felt like grief. It could be something that was actually really painful, really hard, like emotionally taxing. But it could just be like a mental taxing, like all the nightmares and all the mind games and all the, all that seems to be closing off. And for this also, which is the opposite, obviously, of this is feeling like all of these burdens are finally falling off in a way where it's like, I think you're going to be able to delegate more, or people are going to be, it's either a situation where you're going to be able to delegate some of the tasks that have been burdening you, so it's like it's not going to be all your responsibility anymore, or it could just be, frankly, that you're coming to the end of whatever this process is. So maybe you're coming to the end of submitting all this paperwork, or finally you're coming to the end of a long, like, even court battle or something like that. I'm not seeing like the justice card or any like predominantly legal cards coming out, but some kind of a thing that, even down to coming to the end of the school year, if you've had to deal with something academic that's been kind of a pain in the ass, or an end of a project at work, something like that, where it's like it is coming to a close, and some of these annoying little rules and bullshit that you've had to been playing with, it's like it's finally like, okay, that's not going to be burdening me anymore. It's coming to the end of that. I do see with this card coming over the religious factors, I do think that whatever these the dogmatic rules or stipulations, all that stuff, I think that is something that probably at one point caused you a lot of grief, caused you a lot of headache, heartache kind of a thing, especially if it was a situation where family or friends or some, people weren't accepting something that you were trying to do, accepting something that you're like working so hard towards something, and other people are just kind of sitting back and watching you like, yeah, whatever, like we're not on the same page as you, we're not supporting this, when people are kind of like okay, you can do it, but whatever. It's like that half-assery where it comes across where you're like, what, this isn't support. You may think you're supporting me, but you're actually not. So like, you could fucking shut up anytime now. There's something that feels a little bit like that. That's kind of like not too cool. And on the other side with this and past life relationships, to me, it just feels like if there is kind of a completion or even a delegation, that it would be this individual, a fine ass Fabio or whatever, that's coming in to kind of like help, right? So either you're able to delegate to somebody that might be coming in and trying to help, or that the situation, which I think it's more of this, what I'm about to say, the situation is wrapping up and it revolves around this person, whomever this individual is to you. It does not have to be a romantic affiliation. It could just be somebody that you have had a very long time knowing this person, okay? You have somehow or another been affiliated, connected with this person for a while, and they're the ones that this completion energy is kind of relating back to. So, the reason why I'm not really feeling like you're going to get a whole lot of help delegating, and this is almost kind of like it's your cross to bear, it's kind of like your burden to see it all the way through to the end, is because on the end here, you do have a card, the Three of Pentacles in reverse. It's like a card of not getting that support that you need. Like I said, over here, I'm not really feeling like people are showing up to the bat for you. I'm not really feeling like you're getting a whole lot of support through this. Or it could even just be that that people around you might have opinions or might talk the talk or spread the poison, so to speak, and you're just not wanting to invite that shit. You don't want to invite it in. So it's like, if I just kind of like handle it by myself and just do this and get through, then all this other riffraff isn't going to kind of get in here and infect it while I'm trying to do it. So that can be something that's coming up. But whether you're the one that's choosing to keep people out or people are just not showing up for you, either way, I'm getting kind of like a lone wolf feel about this. It just feels kind of like you're the one that's got the nose to the grindstone, just kind of like getting it through and pushing it to the end. Over here in the other part of the corner, both pentacle energies, but our Knight of Pentacles, like I said, this can be an earth energy. This is already a Taurus card, so there's two potential Taurus cards here, but this could also be Virgo, Capricorn type energy. But this, I think, is a good sign because it feels like all of this work that you're doing is not going to be in vain, because especially after you've dealt with all these hoops and loops and bullshit to jump through, and possible people that might be sitting there watching you struggle but not lifting a damn finger about it, that at the end you still clutch what it is that you want. You're still gonna get it. Now, is this gonna be something that's like super easy and falls into your hands? Maybe not necessarily, because this is the slowest sea biscuit in the deck. So this is something that I feel like it has taken a long time for you to get to this point, perhaps, or it's got a little bit longer to go. Maybe it is that you're like, I'm getting fucking tired, so we need to just go ahead and wrap it up. I got senioritis, like I'm ready for this to be done and over with, but it's like not quite yet. Not quite yet. There's still a few more hoops that have to be jumped through. But the happy part of this card is guaranteed success. It is effort. It is slow. It is nose to the grindstone, but it is success. So with or without help and with or without all the bullshit middle ground, you're going to get there and it's going to work out for you. So that is you, Pile One. I hope that makes sense. I hope that doesn't feel too intimidating to some people that are like, well, damn, I'm just never going to do shit with myself. I wouldn't blame you. Because you got a lot of, there's some heaviness going on here. But the thing that I really like, though, is those 3 tens. Those 3 tens, that's some sexy energy right there. That's like, I'm surprised we didn't see the World card just flipping out after that. Really and truly. Okay. Pile 2. Pile 2. You up, baby? Hey. Okay, let me give me a little swig. All right. What's going on with Pile 2? go. We starting out big. We've got, crowning the reading, Wheel of Fortune, card of Capricorn. Damn, right there. Underneath it, we have the Queen of Cups, which is a water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Doesn't have to be, but there it is. Also, flanking it, second tier on either side. Oh my God. Sorry. I gotta quit reacting before I show people cards, right? It's like so fucking rude. Okay. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse, and he's not the one that I was oh my god about. You'll see. The Knight of Wands in reverse is a fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sag, but doesn't have to be. Also, this is what I was laughing at, and y'all will see. Flanking the Wheel of Fortune is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay? In reverse. Right next to it. Card of Capricorn, like I said. And I'm laughing because in pile 1, the top card came out, and then the card right here in this exact position was the reverse. So it was like upright a card and reverse the same exact card in the same exact position. And now we have upright and reverse. The same thing happening again in pile 2. So it's kind of like, what? Like the same exact position and everything, you know? Anyway, I get excited about shit like that. If you don't, fuck off. No, I'm not saying that. Y'all are nice people. Thank you for showing up. So, 2 of Pentacles over here in the foundation, as well as the Ace of Wands on the other side. Our 2 romance angel cards, we have Let Your Friends Help You, which says ask for and accept support from others. Okay, will do. And You Deserve Love. You are lovable. That goes over here. Now, obviously, both of these romance angel cards, they don't look like overtly romantic, which is cool because I like to remind everybody that romance angel cards, you turn them into whatever meaning it feels like it fits for you. So if you're not here for romantic stuff, make it platonic. You can erase the bump and uglies out of the scenario, okay? You don't have to be having bump and uglies in your equation. Now, one thing I will want to say, You Deserve Love has the Archer on the card. That always strikes me as Sagittarian energy, so I'm just going to leave that there and call it possible Sagittarian energy. We have 2 cards that could lend themselves to, I'm burping up my Coke, sorry, Sagittarian energy. We have 2 cards here that are Capricornian energy, and we've got water energy sitting here. So, we got some stuff. Let's discuss. Right here in the middle, pile 2, we starting out with our Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Cups. Now, like I said, this can be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio person. Does not have to be. This can be a Capricornian person, but whatever this is, I'm seeing blaring this karmic change, okay? This is what is the most huge part of your entire reading here, pile 2, is this karmic chain of the wheel, because we've got both Wheel of Fortunes out, and we're going to discuss why we got one upright and why we got reversed. But there's something big that's changing here. Something big that feels like it's got some universal momentum behind it, okay? It's not just you going through the motions and pushing something, especially if you have felt a little, I would venture to say that you have felt a little bit delayed or a little bit unsure or a little bit backlogged even, because I'm seeing that in these surrounding cards. This is like delays, uncertainties, delays, uncertainties, delays, uncertainties. I don't know if I can do it kind of, you know, you got some hold up cards here. So right in the top, it's like, oh, we're done holding up though. We're done with that shit. This is a go card, a movement card. This is any karma that has been offset in the past is now starting to be rebalanced. Something was off, whether it was, you know, you were getting too much shit when you deserved to get good, or the reverse. Now it's just like fucking Santa, right? If you've been up to some naughty shit, it's catching up to you as well. It's catching up to you as well. So it can go either way. I'm not calling you out. You know where you sit. You know where you sit. Santa fucking knows too. Santa been peeping your ass. Okay. Underneath the Wheel of Fortune, though, we have the Queen of Cups. So you could be having some kind of a karmic situation revolving around another person, especially if it's a maternal energy, a water sign person, or somebody who's coming through with very emotional or very maternal energy. There's something that seems to be connected with this person. This person would be somebody who is like very loving, very kind, very considerate, someone that holds space emotionally for you. Like whenever that's your back pocket Dr. Phil, you got yourself a problem, ring, you call him up, bestie, listen to what he done did to me. I just gotta let you know. And she's over here like, girl, fucking spill. I'm gonna get you Ben and Jerry's. What's your favorite? Like that's that kind of energy. It's good. Okay. That it's a good energy. It's a helpful energy to have, especially in a Golden Girl card, because that's what it's all about. Oh, okay. Let me just gush for a moment. But anyway, this is a person that I would think would be someone that's a very good, a positive influence to have in your life. It could easily be your mama if you are comfortable and close with your mama like that, but it doesn't have to be, but it very well could be. So anyway, something that is big and something that's moving. And if this is your energy, then this is just saying that whatever kind of, I would say perhaps some self-love goals or self-investment goals that you have, because you very well could be wanting to start something that's like new for, it doesn't even have to be new, but it kind of lends itself to possibly being because of this, but some kind of a new goal that's a self-investment type thing. So I don't know if it's entrepreneurial or what, but there's something that's like, it would be giving back to you. You know, it's some kind of a thing that you're trying to do in the world, create in the world, that would actually be filling up your cup to fucking do it, which is what we would all hope for in life. And this, whatever this is something that's getting a major green light from the universe. It's getting a push that they're wanting this to go. It's wanting it to take off. Frankly, even if you kind of like tried to sabotage yourself, you wouldn't get far with it because it's fucking cranking it. Okay, it's gonna go. So on either side of that, though, we have the Knight of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune, both of them reversed. Okay, both of these cards indicate a bit of a stop energy, a bit of a delay in energy. You know, this Seabiscuit, he wants to be fast. He wants to be fired up, but he can't be right now. And sometimes people even say that this is a bad luck omen. I don't think so. I'm not interpreting it like that here. This can also be breaking chains or breaking ties with non-committal energies that have not been the most helpful. Let's just put it like that if I'm trying to be nice. Because I bring up non-committal energies because in the middle of this, we're talking about something that's self-nurturing, self-soothing, investing back into you, because I'm getting the feeling like you haven't had that recently. I'm thinking that you have been dealing with some emotional neglect recently, if I have to guess. Whether it's because you push people out or because people don't fucking understand you and they're inconsiderate bastard asses and they're not showing you some kind of emotional support that you need. But either way, when I'm seeing this card in the reverse, right under, it says, let your friends help you. Ask for support from others. I'm getting almost the feeling that there could be an individual, this individual that was the non-committal individual, that could have done you wrong, could have gossiped about you, had some nasty shit to say about you behind your back, wasn't even fucking true, or they exaggerated it to the hilt to make it spin and sound like it was something and it wasn't, you know, something like that. And you're kind of like, you need to wash out your dirty mouth right now because, like, why? Like, why? You know, I'm gonna invest in me then. You know what I mean? Let's go fill my cup up because this shit sucks. But there could, like I said, be that kind of individual that you're needing help with moving on from, or help, I wouldn't say cutting them out, but I would say not dwelling on them or allowing their energy to kind of infect your space. So it could be that. It could also be, though, that there is some kind of feeling of inspiration that you're not feeling like you can get off the ground. It's like, why? I feel like I want to embark on this new adventure, right? This new adventure that I know is going to fill my own cup. But it doesn't feel like the timing has worked out for me in the past. And so it's kind of, it's like this delay that's making you unsure if it's something that is viable for you to push forward. So it's like, you know that you want it, but again, I'm getting kind of a weirdness about like, should I go for this? Should I push it forward? And bringing in your friends or bringing in other people that can kind of have their eyeballs on it. It's like, they don't have a horse in this race. You're the one that's got the horse in the race. So you need to bring in other eyes to it. And sometimes they can see solutions and things that obviously you couldn't see. That's like no shit advice. You know, everybody says stuff like that. I'm just saying it's here. It's present here. So if you have been kind of pushing people out or keeping people out and you've been kind of struggling behind the scenes, quit doing that shit. Because it's asking you to actually get other people involved to kind of help you soundboard some of the stuff that you're going through. Now, on the other side of this, with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse right next to you deserve love, you're lovable, the reason why I felt like it could be someone that was like non-committal and nasty is because if on the other side of this, you might be trying to break free from somebody that was non-committal and nasty and gossipy, and you're trying to break free from that and remember, like, no, I deserve my place here in this world too. I deserve to be happy. I deserve to be free. I deserve to have the pursuit of liberty. Like, right, you fucking do though. You do. Life is really short if you haven't noticed. I mean, other than the fact that, you know, you're waiting for supper to get done cooking, like, that's, like, the longest part of the day for me. I'm like, oh, my God, fucking food. But other than this, it's like, you deserve love. You deserve good things. You deserve to be involved with things that fill up your own cup. You're not bad. You're not wrong. You're not selfish for that. If people have told you that you are bad, wrong, and selfish, then you need to tell them that they need to get out of this fucking hot fire Seabiscuit energy, warped Seabiscuit energy, because that's all that is. It doesn't make it true. Does not make it true. So it does feel like you're kind of breaking some old ties or old habits, either in revolving around an actual person, but it doesn't have to be revolving around an actual person. It could be just breaking bad habits, especially in terms of self-sabotage, because I feel like this pile feels like it screams that martyr that, like, I give to everybody, but I never give to myself, right? I'm feeling that energy here, and it feels very like, you know, like that's kind of what I'm feeling when I'm looking at these cards, you know, like the emotional neglect, the nobody ever does what I want, or nobody ever supports my ideas when it's my turn or time for me, you know, and that is what I feel like you're trying to get out of. You might have a habit or a tendency of making decisions that keep you stuck there, supporting everybody else's everything while your shit kind of like falls through the radar. Let's change some decisions so that we're not doing that in the future. Pay attention to when you feel like you're giving you away to appease somebody else. Do not make your island any smaller than it currently is. The opposite. Make your island bigger. Okay? Bigger. That's what you need to be doing. It looks like you need to be expanding instead of contracting. Okay? It really does. With these being your foundational energies, the 1 and the 2, this again feels kind of like that false start energy. Like, I can't quite get what I want off the ground. I'm unsure if I've got what it takes to make it happen. You know, maybe I'm self-sabotaging, or somebody else external to me might be kind of sabotaging, or at least taking the wind out of my sails, something like that. And there's kind of this sense of feeling like, you know, am I going to be able to keep up with this? Would I even be able to manage this if I really was going to get a wild hair up my ass and try it, right? Would I even be able to like juggle it all at one time? And I feel like there's a concern of not wanting to have egg on your face. It's like, I don't want to go out and do something just to have it blow up so people can fucking make fun of me later with the whole I told you so business. Because, you feel like all eyes could possibly be on you in that way. And I don't think you want that. But I think there's also that inner self-saboteur. I really do feel that energy where it's like you got to break out of these bad habits of finding all of these excuses to kind of like cut off your success at the knees, because it feels like that's what you're doing. You're kind of like taking a good cannonball right to the kneecap and being like, well, I guess I can't do it then. And it's like, well, ooh, you did that to yourself a little bit, or you brought it on yourself. And I'm not trying to say that in a nasty way. I'm just saying some of the decisions that I feel like that have been made up to this point perhaps have taken wind out of your sails when you didn't need to. It has diminished you, and when you didn't need to be diminishing yourself any further. This is a time of expansion. This is a time where it looks like you need to be growing. And I feel like the good thing here is, if you're like, well, shit, if my whole life I've been doing things that diminish me, how do I even begin to know when I'm making a decision that does? Like, how do I even know I'm doing that? Say less, baby, say less. The universe is here helping you. This is Jesus take the wheel, okay? That's what it is. The universe is stepping in and they're helping you with this in a very important and prominent way. And it will almost be freaky deaky, okay? The second that you're like, well, how do I even make this work? Or like, how do I know if I'm doing this right or this wrong? Something will fucking happen that literally takes... If you were debating between two options, one option will literally be removed from the fucking table of options. And this one will be the only one left. And you're like, well, I guess I have to choose option A. And it's like, yeah, the universe literally is driving it in a way where you're not going to get it wrong. They're course correcting and they're putting you where you're supposed to be with this. So you're not going to get it wrong. You're not going to screw it up. I do think that there's going to be some eye-opening lessons to be learned here, especially with regards to self-worth, self-investment, and emotionally caretaking yourself, or inviting only the people in that emotionally caretake you, and not any other bullshit energies that got you feeling some kind of way. Okay, that's going to be for right now. Pile 2, that's going to be you. All right. We got pile 2 done. Let's clean it up. In my head, I'm thinking the upper room. I don't know why I'm even thinking that. I feel like that's from like a Eddie Murphy movie or something. Yeah, Life. That movie Life with Eddie Murphy in it. Yeah. Oh, shit. Pile 3. Hey, with your rose quartz. All right, let me put this in my China crystal bag. Pile 3, what y'all got going on? All right, let's start it. In the smack dab middle of your reading, crowning the reading, we have the 8 of Cups in reverse. Juicy from the start. With the Sun underneath that, card of Leo. Honestly, that's not bad. That's not too bad. Let me not speak prematurely, though. Let's see what else we got coming out here. Pile 3. On our tier 2, we have the King of Swords, which is an air energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, flanking that 8 of Cups right there. And on the other side, we have the 3 of Cups in reverse. Also, on our foundation here, we have the 6 of Pentacles and the World reverse. Ooh, y'all are just really afraid to let something go. I'm just saying, that's clear as day. Okay. And our romance angel cards, first one up, we got Passion, which says, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Okay, we will. I'm sorry, all y'all headphone users are like, dear God, die. Okay, second one, ooh, we got Wedding. Hi. This situation involves marriage, right? Okay, Also, reminder to the crowd. Romance angel cards do not have to actually be overtly romantic. You can make them platonic, however they fit your situation. If you ain't bumping uglies, ain't looking to bump uglies, don't want to be bumping uglies, nothing to do with no uglies, then just make it platonic, okay? That's fine. Cool. We understand. Now let's start out with this. Right here, the very center of your reading. The reason for the whole reading. Should I stay or should I go? Should I stay or should I go? This is like the biggest concern here on the forefront of your brain. It's like, do I stay where I'm at, where I am admitting to myself that I'm not fully emotionally into this, okay? It doesn't mean you don't love the situation, the hobby, the whatever. It doesn't mean that you don't have feelings or that you don't love it or that you're not like, you know what I mean? This isn't like you're like so miserable or anything, but it could be that sense of like, is the grass greener? You know what I mean? Like, it's just an acknowledgement that something here you're not emotionally satisfied with, and you are debating going out on that quest to look for something that feels even better than where you're at. You don't know if you're gonna find it or if it is gonna be better, which is the risk that's got you in this kind of stuck place, right? Because is the risk worth the potential reward? Is it? Is it too risky? Is it too impetuous? Is this about to be a dumb shit move? Because I'm not fixing to do some dumb shit moves, is what you're saying. So either this could be, if I'm being really, really literal, somebody here could be married to a Leo and they're wondering if they should leave the Leo because they're concerned about a third party and some cheateroo bullshit going on, but they don't want to deal with the legal ramifications of having to go through a fucking divorce because they're worried about it being fair. But they're like, you know, and we've been married for too long, but I think that they're cheating on me, and I don't know if it's even worth scrapping it because legally this would be an absolute shit show to untangle. And I still love the bastard, right? I'm seeing all that here. So that could be a very, very literal way to read this, whether it's a Leo person or, you know, just somebody who's like, could be somebody that's a little bit flirtatious or a little bit larger than life personality or something like that, where it's like, or, you know, someone that you've had like this long relationship with where it's like, we had all these good times, like what the fuck happened or why, or, you know, all that kind of crap. Anyway, so there's the possibility of that. I'm not saying anybody is cheating, by the way. Not. I'm making zero accusations. I don't even know who picked pile 3, right? I don't know y'all business like that. I'm just saying that right here, we got the 3 of Cups reversed right on top of that wedding card, okay? 3 of Cups reversed sometimes comes out when somebody has some infidelity issues. We got some trust issues. We got 3s a crowd. Who's that third person? Why they here? Who that? Who that be? Who in your phone? Who that in your contact list? It says Noah's Pizza. But Brittany answered the phone, and Brittany sure sounded like she had your favorite underwear on, and why the fuck is Brittany selling pizza with panties? Okay? Hashtag suspicious. Okay? So I feel that is a potential. But by all means, it does not have to be. Don't you go out headhunting Brittany, okay? Just because I said a name. Don't even. But yeah, right here in the middle. Should I stay or should I go? Because what you're looking for is this contentment, okay? This is what I want. I want to feel this. I want to feel alive. I want to feel free. I want to feel life force, just the zest of what can be just coursing through my fucking veins. I want that to be me. I've had it before. I know how fucking electrifying it feels. I want to actually be alive while I've got life to live. Shit, man, I don't want to be the Walking Dead anymore, sitting here in my cubicle counting down the hours I had I had something stupid in my head. I ain't even gonna say it. Oh fuck, it's okay. Moving on. Anyway, doing whatever you're doing in your office that you ought not be doing to count down the hours. Oh, IT watching you. IT's watching. Don't you be Joey riding at work. I'm just saying. Okay. Might have spotted a little too much there with the tarot, hey? Because we got it sitting right next to Passion. It's like, listen, don't be getting too swept now. And tell him, sir, put me down. Please, sir, put me down. But pick me up, though. Pick me up. No, don't. Bad. Okay. Moving on. Let's get serious. I'm trying to be serious. So on either side of this 8 of Cups, what we have here is the King of Swords and this 3 of Cups in the reverse. So to me, this feels like, again, if this is not like cheateroo and dealing with an attorney and having to go see an attorney to talk about this, what are my options? What do I do now? If it's not that situation, because it ain't that serious and it ain't got to be that serious, it could just be a situation where you either yourself are being this individual, or this is somebody that you're dealing with. So it could be you or somebody else. Take it how it resonates. But the energy of this person, the energy of this king, somebody right now that I would say has their wits firmly about them, or is in the process of getting their wits firmly about them. Okay, this is somebody who's like, listen, I see it, I hear it, I know about it. Okay, and I'm going ahead, I'm getting all my ideas figured out. I've had myself a nice little eureka moment, a nice little breakthrough, a nice little should have had a V8, boom. Now I get it. Okay, eyes wide open, got it. And now, because this person is very clear, very level, very fair, very balanced and judicious, it's time to start making some decisions. But it feels like either one, this is over the Passion card. So either this is like somebody that you feel passionate about, an external person that you feel passionate about, could be, or it could just be that your ideas that are coursing through you right now, that you are getting major clarity on, and this breakthrough eureka stuff on, it's something that you feel super passionate about. Because again, you're aiming for this, right? This is the epitome of passion. This is feeling alive. And I get the sense that these ideas that you are making more well thought out, more chiseled down details. Like before, it was just kind of like a fleeting daydream. No, not anymore. Now you're starting to like really get the logistics worked out, the details. How much would it cost? How much time would it take? What do I need to do? Where do I need to start, redefining, reallocating resources, all this kind of stuff to make it come true, because this is what I need. This is my passion, and I need my passion to come true. And you might even be working with somebody in an authority role to make this happen. So again, it could be an attorney, but it doesn't have to be the divorce attorney. Okay, this could just be an attorney where you're like, for business stuff, help me write up a business contract or something like that. Where you might be talking with people who are an authority on the subject. So if you're wanting to get involved with a certain field or industry, then you're going to talk to the people who are already in that field, in that industry, to go ahead and get the deets, right? There's stuff like that, the very real, practical, pragmatic stuff that you're doing. But either way, I'm feeling something that feels very fair and very balanced on your end. Okay? Perhaps somebody that you're dealing with, not so much. We're going to talk about that side of the table in just a second. But this side of the table feels like your side of the table, because I'm seeing passion, and I'm seeing, leveling up to king status, bossing it on up. But whenever I see the king, who is very much like a judge, can actually be a judge, and then you've got the scales here. So again, I said I wasn't looking at things that were like overtly legal, but there's certainly potential legalities here, with this like a judge type card, and then our Libra scales here. But either way, this is going to bring more balance to your life, because this emotional non-fulfillment has really left you out of balance. Think of a dry, arid desert where it's like, somebody please just give me a hug. And it's like, here's the person coming in and being like, free hugs. I guess not wise in a pandemic to be handing out free hugs. It's also like, here, have the good shit. Take the good pills. Don't be doing drugs. I ain't telling nobody in here to be doing drugs. Look at that, though. Look at that. I'll take all the Xannies you got. Thank you. No. Bad. No one cares. Don't do that. Okay. But over here, we already talked about the 3 of Cups with the wedding card. Again, that could be cheateroo stuff. But again, another reason why it's like, should I stay or should I go? The World here is a card of non-completion. It ain't over yet. That lady ain't saying yet. It's not quite done. If we saw it like this, it'd be over. You gone, end of story. I changed the locks. Bye, bitch. Yeah, sure. But that's not how they came out. Both of these are in a state of kind of waffling. I'm waffling about it, right? I don't know if I should stay or if I should go. I'm feeling kind of about it. So it looks like there's still more discussing, still more answers that need to be had over here. But if you're dealing with somebody else, if this is somebody else's corner and not your energy, then I feel like they are well aware that something has happened that they might even kind of feel ashamed about, or it's like, this isn't anything to celebrate. I'm not proud of this, so they could feel kind of like let down in that way, or they kind of feel like, I dropped my candy in the sand with my person here, and I know that there's been some kind of falling out and I'm not cutting it, so to speak, but like they don't want to let go either. This, like in a romantic read, really this feels a lot like I want my cake and eat it too. I'm not trying to be all nasty in a romantic read, but if so, like I'm getting those vibes. I don't know why, I'm just saying I'm getting those vibes. But in a non-romantic read, I do think it's just a situation of you haven't quite committed to embarking on this journey yet. You're not happy where you're at. You don't feel alive where you're at. There is more to be had in life than what you have currently experienced. And you are right there on the verge of saying, you know what? Let's go and commit to something that I can celebrate. Commit to something that I want to be about. Instead of this energy is very closed off. It's like an individual that's giving to somebody else and not to you, or very kind of introverted type energy where, like it just feels like it's not going anywhere. This doesn't feel like it's really got a future in it. Doesn't feel like it's going anywhere. This side's where the life is happening. Okay, there's a lot of life that's going on over here. This is passion and zest and ideas galore, and the means to make it happen for yourself in a very practical, real, tangible way. And it's like life over here, stuck, stagnant, closed off, meh over here, versus let's live it. Life is meant to be lived. Let's just go out and do something, make something happen. And we are fair. You're being fair and level and balanced about all this. It's not like, and especially if you're talking about another person, you're not giving them an unfair shake. They might be accusing you of that perhaps, but you aren't giving them an unfair shake. Whatever you're doing here, it's like you've got your wits about you at this time. You can trust yourself to be making good decisions here, or at least knowing that you're talking to the people that know what they're talking about, so that if, whether this is therapy or whatever, because it can be therapy, it can be law enforcement, it can be the courts, attorneys, it could be all of these things, a doctor if you needed any kind of like second opinion on something like that. Shit, all that's here. All of that's here. So if you got any kind of like bitches that's tripping, don't get sucked up in that. Because that's the old energy, and that's collapsing in on itself. It's not going to go anywhere. It's going to end up completing. You're going to end up, I feel, deciding that this isn't going to cut it for you. I don't think you're going to be able to stand it for too much longer because the pull The pull towards the sun is strong. That is some strong magnetism right there. And I just don't see you hanging around in little old Eight of Cups land when you've got something as strong as the sun with the world over here just begging to have it finished, you know? Just begging for that kind of release. So, anyway, that's you, pile 3. That's what I'm looking at. There's a lot of good to be had if you just open up to it. Open up to it and it will be yours. Okay? The top of this video was so fucking crazy with the animals and stuff like that. I'm going to make the ending of this brief. As soon as I said the animal looked up at me and I'm like, oh God, I have started her back up. Oh. Anyway, okay. That's all for right now. Ooh. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I appreciate it to the hilt. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye for now.